in. You're just in time for the house party. And advantage surprises and $1 million laughs, Art Linkletter. Well, here it is, the middle of the week, and the house party rolls along with its 30 minutes of informal fun, games, gags, gimmicks, and gifts, and guests from all over the United States, including 5 kiddies from a nearby public school, some ladies who volunteered to tell us how they first met the man they married, a famous guest or two, and right now we're going searching among our house party guests in the audience for people who have unusual names, because each day this week we're awarding a nice prize to the person the judges award the most unusual name title to, and on Friday the grand prize winner of the week gets a certificate for a General Electric wringer washer. Nice prize, huh? Well, let's see some unusual names. If you'd like to volunteer, just put up your hand. Hello, Mrs.
Daisy May.
Daisy May. Right out of a comic strip, aren't you?
Right out.
Is that your maiden name or your married name?
My maiden name.
You get kidded about it a lot?
Oh, quite a lot. County clerk of Stanton County, Nebraska.
And everybody who comes up, what do you do for them? What does the county clerk do?
Oh, my, they do a lot of things.
You give marriage license certificates?
Oh, yes.
And you're not married?
No.
Well, and you get one cut rate, too. What's your name, little girl? Mrs. Haycock. Uh-huh. Miss, how old are you? 12. You didn't look married to me. You can't tell this day and age. We had the youngest great-grandmother a week ago was 53. She was married when she was 12. Hello, Mrs.
Katie Sastiel.
Who?
Katie Sastiel, and my maiden name is Moron, M-O-R-O-N.
You were a moron, and now you're... Marriage raised you, didn't it, Lou? What sort of a name is Desastia?
It's a Spanish name.
Uh-huh. What sort of a name is Moron?
Moron is Spanish, too.
What does it mean in Spanish?
Moron means a nice name for us, but when I came to America, it meant crazy.
Believe me, it means crazy, all right. Well, is there a translation of moron in Spanish? What is it? Mean a
we
tree?
We were descendants of the Spanish people in Spain.
Oh,
and
that's
my
a
father
good...
used to tell us that we descended from the Morons in that place.
You have a long line of morons.
That's right.
I'm a little nuts myself, but it all helps. There's Miss Moron. You got that, judges? That's an unusual... Hello, Mrs.
Ciphers is my name.
Ciphers. That's a lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros.
But do you have any little...
I have 2 6-foot zeros.
Those are pretty big zeros. Hello, Miss...
Dorothy Hooten.
Hooten. Hoot and holler. Hello, Mrs.
Waldrop.
Waldrop. How does that spell?
W-A-L-D-R-O-P.
Oh, that sounds like the end of an earthquake story. And then we have Mrs.
Rainey.
Who?
Rainey.
Mrs. Rainey. From where, Florida?
Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, uh-huh. From Springfield, Illinois. Hello, Mrs.
Mrs. Ona Brown Bear.
Did I hear right? Mrs. Ona Brown Bear.
That's right.
What's he doing today? How do you spell Ona?
O-N-A.
And how do you spell Brown Bear? Just the way it sounds?
Brown is my maiden name. B-R-O-W-N.
And your married name is Bear?
B-A-R-E.
Uh-huh. You have any little cubs?
Not yet.
Ona Brown Bear. You got that? There's an unusual name. And what do you have?
My name is Carrie Organ, that maiden name, and my marriage name is Chitty, C-H-I-T-T-Y.
Organ.
Organ, O-R-G-A-N.
And you're from a church somewhere.
I guess so.
Bent A. Trail.
A what?
Bent A. Trail.
What's going on back there? A lady just fainted. Your sister? No, I don't. I'm just kidding. She didn't faint, but she's trying to. Hello, Mrs.
Mrs. Akanovsky.
Mrs. Who?
Akanovsky.
What does that mean?
A name.
It's all it is, just a name. What kind of a name?
It's a long name, a Polish name.
Polish name, Akanovsky. There's the bell, and that ends the time for us to say hello to people with unusual names. We still have a whole bunch of them, but from those that we heard today, Mr. Slattery, which have the judges awarded our accolade to?
Well, our runner-up today, the judges decided to be Carrie Organ.
Uh-huh. And the runner-up gets from the house party a complete bird's-eye turkey dinner for Memorial Day with frosted vegetables and peaches for dessert, all sent out to the home, and believe me, that's a wonderful dinner. And the winner?
Ona Brown Bear.
That had to win. Ona Brown Bear. Where are you, Brownie? There she is. The house party wants you to have a lovely 17-jewel Gruen precision wristwatch. And there it is. And now here's your announcer.
This is the time when Art Linkletter looks over some of the out-of-town names in our house party register.
Where are our out-of-towners? Let's say a quick hello to Mrs.
Gertrude Pfeiffer, Gloversville, New York.
Gloversville is near New York City, I suppose.
Near Albany.
Near Albany. Mrs.?
Mrs. W.L. Stein, Miami, Florida.
Uh-huh. And then we have a lady with the fluffiest pink hat I have seen in 25 years. Miss?
Mrs. Esther Clark.
From?
Peoria, Illinois.
This is Cynthia Sorensen, Peoria, Illinois.
Uh-huh. And Mrs.
Jean Wiedmer, Dubuque, Iowa.
By the way, where did you get that hat?
Hollywood.
In Hollywood. That is some hat. Mrs.
This is John Humphrey, Shadron, Nebraska.
Shadron, Meshach, and Abednego, Nebraska, okay? Wednesday afternoon at the house party is romance time, when we go looking for people who have unusual and interesting stories of how they first met the man they finally married. This, of course, encourages young people everywhere to go out in search of love and adventure, we hope, because you never know when you're going to set eyes on the person you're going to finally marry. And we have as our judge today a young lady who is quite a romantic figure herself. She's in pictures here in Hollywood on the screen, and she's just been chosen as a special guest of honor nationally. She is called Miss World Trade for 1947. Miss Helen Chapman, our judge for the day. Bring her on with a nice welcome. Helen? Hello, Helen.
Hello.
This is one of those times when MCs yearn for television so that our listeners could see what a beautiful girl Miss Chapman is. About 20, 19?
Well, yes, just about that. 21.
Blonde, 5 feet 2.5, 3.
4.
Weigh about 118.
No, 12.
And born in...
Chicago.
I understand that there's the Chicago folks coming in for their share. I understand this is the second year that you've been called Miss World Trade.
Yes, that's right, and I feel deeply honored to have been chosen again.
I should tell our listeners that Miss Chapman is dressed in a smart navy uniform of white with gold braid over her shoulder and the 4 stripes of a captain. Are you really a captain?
Well, no, I'm not. This uniform really represents the America's maritime commerce.
On which our world trade depends.
That's right.
Well, I think that's a fine thing for the folks of the nation to honor because world trade is so important to all of us today. I was in the Merchant Marine myself once, Helen.
Oh, were you?
I was a sailor, and I looked all over for a captain like you. It didn't happen. Helen, you're a single girl yourself.
That's right.
And so, of course, you are at least interested in future romance.
Oh, I certainly am.
And so you listen to our ladies chosen from the house party, how they got married, and perhaps it'll be an inspiration.
Well, it certainly will be.
You be the judge then, Miss Chapman, while we bring up our first guest, who is Mrs.?
Mrs. William Bedford.
Where are you from, Mrs. Bedford?
I'm from Eureka, California.
Are you scared?
No.
You sound scared. Maybe it's my echo. How'd you meet Mr. Bedford?
In a show.
What kind of a show?
Just a regular show.
Moving picture show.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing?
Sitting.
Well, that's a good thing to be doing, I suppose, watching the show.
Also watching the picture,
So what
yes.
happened?
Well, he moved up about, it was right next to me almost, lacking one seat. So I went up in the back, and he came down, he sat right next to me.
Yeah?
Interested?
Yeah, well, fairly. Go right ahead. Then what happened? How did he say hello for the first time?
He didn't.
Who did?
Nobody.
You mean you got married? You've never said anything yet? I mean, who said
yes.
something first? What happened?
Gee, that wouldn't have been romantic. We had a kiss first.
You mean you kissed before you said hello?
That's right.
How'd that happen? Who kissed who?
Now that's a question, Doc.
I mean, did you hold hands first or what?
Yes, we did hold hands.
Across the empty seat?
No, I said he went up and he came back down again, sat next to me.
How much longer after this motion picture occurred did you two get married?
4 months and a week.
Well, I think that's very good. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bedford. And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 20 and my husband's 32.
20 and 32. Okay, and our next guest coming up to the microphone happens to be Mrs.?
Mrs. George Moore.
Hello, Mrs. Moore. You're from the South, I'll bet, aren't you?
Yes, from Tennessee.
Which part?
Charleston, near Chattanooga.
Oh, that's a pretty hat you have on. Is that a
Thank
southern hat?
you. That came from Springfield, Missouri.
Uh-huh. And how did you meet your husband?
Well, I was walking down Market Street in Chattanooga one day, and I started across the street, and a car came around the corner real fast, and I jumped back right into a manhole.
Into a manhole?
And there was a man in it, and I fell right on.
Oh, boy, this is a final straw. I've been dreaming about something like this for years.
He worked for the State Highway Department. He was down in there measuring something, and I fell right in on him, so he helped me get out, and we got to talking and found out where he was from, about 15 miles from where I was, so he said he thought I needed somebody to kind of take me around and show me where to walk. So
you got married, you've been living happily in a manhole ever since. No,
But now he says I'm still as awkward as ever. I'm always running into the Frigidaire or something.
And you really met him? You fell in a manhole.
I really did.
There is one that really takes the cake. Give her a nice hand. Thank you very much. Hello, Mrs.
LaRue Barman,
Where are you from, Miss Barman?
Dallas, Texas.
And how'd you meet your husband?
He was playing night baseball, and he was playing catchers. And he bent down to catch a ball, and the seat of his pants split out.
Is that how you... then what?
Well,
Where were...
I was sitting up in the grandstand, and he came up there to ask my girlfriend if she had a pen. And
Well, did he know your girlfriend, or did he
Yes,
just look
he was
around
a
anyway?
friend. No, he was a friend of my girlfriend's.
Yeah.
And we didn't have one, and so he had to spend the rest of the ball game sitting in the grandstand.
With you?
Uh-huh.
Well, now, gotta watch my questions here. A lot of you folks are way ahead of me. Now, had you never seen him before in your life?
No, that's the first
Was he a
time.
boyfriend of your girlfriend?
No, he was
Just
a
a
friend
casual.
of my girlfriend's brother.
I see. And he finally got his pants mended, and
Well, he walked home with us, and the next time I saw him, they were.
Yeah. How much longer after this did you get married?
Oh, about 5 years.
Well, thank you. There is a good story, too. Very unusual story. And our final guest among the four who were pre-selected by our judges is Mrs.
Virginia Collins.
From?
Ohio.
And now living out here?
Yes.
How'd you meet your husband, Mrs. Collins?
I met him on a vacation trip to Honolulu on the boat. My fiancé took me down to the boat, and on the way over, I found that I was chosen to confer with the orchestra leader on the program, the ship's program. So I did, and found out during the program our engagement was announced. Of course, we were both quite surprised. We didn't know we were engaged. We found out it was a gag.
Oh, the orchestra leader had an idea?
No, the orchestra leader didn't
He
know
didn't
it
know
either.
it either.
It was a gag of the other orchestra members.
Uh-huh.
They gotten the idea up. So after it had been announced, we thought, well, we might as well go through with it. So 2 months later, we decided we'd make the thing true.
Well, what happened to the fiancé who saw you down to the boat?
Well, he was there to meet me when I got off, but it was a little late.
Did he? And you were already married?
No, but I was really engaged then.
How did you tell him?
Well, I just sort of told him I'd met someone on the boat, and it was one of those things.
Is your husband still an orchestra leader?
Yes, he is.
Well, I think there was a gag that turned out very well. Congratulations, and thanks for telling us about it. And now here is our Miss World Trade for 1947, Helen Chapman. What do you think, Helen?
Well, I think they were all very interesting, but I think Mrs. George Moore, who fell in the manhole, I think is quite exciting.
Well, Helen, I think that's a very good story. And when you get your ship, be sure to let me know when you're getting ready to sign on crew members, will you?
Aye, sir.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, Helen. And now for all of our three guests who told us stories and who were runners-up, the house party has for each of them a little memento of today's program in the form of a lovely orchid corsage from Hollywood's famous Parisian florists. We give away the corsages, no kisses, girls. And the house party has for our winner the lady who fell down the manhole and is from the Tennessee, isn't she? Chattanooga, Tennessee. The house party has for you a beautiful lamp from the Admiral Lamp Manufacturing Company. We'll have it sent to your home wherever you are. Goodbye and good luck to you. And now, here is your announcer.
It's time now for our daily short contest.
Let's pick out somebody who'd like to make some money real fast. Anybody here need money? Here's a lady who... Ooh, look at her hands. Hello, Mrs.
Alice Cook,
From?
Burbank.
What do you do, Alice? Housewife?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm going to give you a chance to make a lot of money here. I'll give you $1 for every word that you tell me in the next 20 seconds that starts with the letter C. Ready? Go.
Cook, candy, cat, cracker.
4.
Cow.
5. Gee, she's run out of them already. Cheese. That starts with CH.
Chocolate.
The chocolate, that's only one there. 7. 7. Time's going.
Chowder.
Chowder. 8. 8. Oh, you missed Chichi Castanango. But that gave her $8 in 20 seconds, and that's the most money you've ever made in 20 seconds, I'll bet. And there's your money, and time's up for our daily short contest.
And now, continuing the house party, here's your host, Art Linkletter.
Yes, here we go. With some more guests and some kiddies who are going to be interviewed in just a minute. They're all sitting up here, wiggling their legs back and forth, waiting to say hello. And a very special guest of honor, first of all, that I know many of you folks at home will remember his work in pictures if you've seen any of the Blondie pictures, because the dog Daisy is one of the results of his marvelous work. He's one of the veteran trainers of dogs in the screen. He's been at it for 27 years in Hollywood. And before that, for 6 years, he was an actor before he found out the dogs could do a better job than he could. And he turned into a trainer, Mr. Rennie Renfro. And here he comes. Hello, Rennie.
Hiya.
Well, I see you brought Daisy along with you.
Yeah, he's always with me.
What kind of a dog is Daisy?
Oh, he's just a cross.
Crosses make the best dogs for training?
Yeah, you know, a cross between Hollywood and Beverly Hills. Something like that.
Rennie, all of us know about the wonderful work you've done with dogs, but I think we have a little scoop here, even on Luella Parsons and the rest of them who follow those in the moving picture business. Nobody has yet found out that you and Mrs. Renfro have recently adopted a baby. Is that right?
That's right.
How long ago?
Well, he's 2 months old. I had him since he's 4 days old.
Well, isn't that wonderful? And it's a little boy, huh?
Little boy.
Well, you're a man of about 55 yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to raise him up in the country so we won't make a monkey out of him.
Uh-huh. You think that country life is better for kids?
Yeah,
You know what
right.
You've just made my 4 kids, don't you? However, we'll go right on. Do you find after 2 months, Rennie, that it's easier to train the dogs for the street or for the little children?
Well, I don't know. So far, I'd rather train a dog.
It'll get easier, believe me. The first 2 months are among the hardest. Rennie, let's go down the audience and ask people what questions they'd like to know about dogs. Everybody likes to have a dog for a pet, but they like to find out how they can do best things with them. Would you mind standing up, this lady right here? You're Mrs.
Barton,
From?
Southgate, California.
What kind of a dog do you have?
I have a toy collie, which is about 6 months old, and I'd like to know when and how to start training it. It tears things up in the backyard quite
It's a
badly.
collie, a pedigreed collie?
It's a toy collie.
Uh-huh.
No, as he said, it's a cross.
What do you think about the time to train a collie?
Well, it's a good time to start on him now.
At the age of 6 months?
Yeah, that's a good
How would
time.
you prevent him from tearing up things, Rennie?
Well, you have to sometimes tie something in their mouth. They tear up all your shoes and everything. Let him carry it around for about 2 hours, and he won't do that anymore.
In other words, tie a shoe right in his mouth.
Yeah, let him carry it around.
Do you have a spare shoe you could use?
I
do. Is there any special dog that does more tearing up than other dogs, Rennie?
Yeah, I think one of Daisy's dogs. A couple of houses before I broke him of it.
We had a Dalmatian we had to give away because we never could get her to stop tearing up things. Let's ask this lady. Would you mind standing up? You are Mrs.
I'm Mrs. Belle Gant, and I have a Cocker Spaniel, a very highly pedigreed dog, all champions behind her, but she insists on digging holes in the garden, especially if there's stegium moss or peat moss in the garden beds.
Well, how would you prevent her from digging holes, Rennie?
Well, you take some of those holes and put some rocks in there, and when he digs down and hits those rocks a few times, then he'll go to another place and do the same thing over, and then he'll quit digging at all.
You'll go to another fresh place?
Yeah, another fresh place.
And then you put rocks in that one, too?
Yeah, each time he digs it. Sometimes they'll stop, and 2 times, sometimes 22 times, but they'll stop.
You just keep following the dog around with a bunch of rocks, and if she doesn't stop him, ladies and gentlemen, at least at the end she'll have a rock garden, which is a very nice thing.
Mrs. John W. Connor of Springfield, Missouri.
Well, what kind of a dog do you have, Mrs.
Well, I want to know how you get rid of all the neighbors' dogs.
Oh, there's a tough question. Are you really bothered by dogs?
Yes, quite a bit.
Well, how do you keep them off your property? Is there any special way?
Build a fence around it.
There you are. What do you do if you can't build a fence? Is there anything you can use at all to make dogs just like your neighborhood?
No, that isn't a good idea. Everybody should like dogs.
There you are. And our next guest, would you come down the aisle a little bit to me? We've got to get some more cable on this, Mr. Lindquist. Hello, Mrs.
Alina Kelly.
From?
Hermosa Beach.
And what kind of a dog do you
I
have?
have a little part fox terrier. And what shall I do when she doesn't eat? She'll go sometimes 2 or 3 days.
Without eating anything?
Without eating anything. She's very, very particular.
How old is the dog?
She's 5 years old.
5 years old? Well, don't feed her for 4 days, and then I think she'll eat regular every day.
You mean after she won't eat for a while, just press it a little bit,
Yeah,
huh?
that's it. Press it on a little bit. The dog won't eat only when they want to anyway. Sometimes they don't need very much food, and if you overfeed them, why they get sick.
She's not overfed. She just she seems to be well though.
Just don't worry about it. What do you feed her?
Oh, just meat and raw vegetables.
Well, raw vegetables, there's your trouble. A dog could, you better take a dog down and have him x-rayed because I fed raw vegetables for quite a while when I first started in the dog business, and a few of them started dying. We had them cut open, and the vegetables have been in there for months and months, so it kills the dog.
Don't feed it? Yes. You've been feeding him raw vegetables? Run home immediately. Thank you. Okay. Well, Rennie, we want to thank you very much for coming over and saying hello to our guests. We want to wish you the best of luck in your new ranch up in the northern part of California, and to Daisy and all your wonderful work in the screen.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Goodbye, Rennie Renfro. And now here is your announcer.
And now Art Linkletter will say hello again to our out-of-town guests.
Well, in addition to out-of-town guests, we'd like to see if we had some unusual names I missed on when I was over on the other side of the house. I saw some hands up over here. You're Mrs.
Bella Barton.
Fella who?
Bella Barton.
Well, what's unusual about that, Bella?
Oh, I don't think you hear the name Bella very often.
Well, maybe you don't at that. How do you spell that?
V, like in Virginia. V-E-L-L-A.
That's family name, probably.
No.
Just picked up somewhere. What's your name, Mrs. Who?
Persis Burke.
Persis. P-E-R-S-E-U-S?
P-E-R-S-I-S.
That's a name out of Persian name. Uh-huh. Right out of the Bible. I remember it. Hello, Mr. Who?
Mr. Shad Meese, Hagerstown, Maryland.
Nice to have you here with us. And there goes the school bell, and here comes our favorite spot at the house party every afternoon, the time when I get a chance to talk to 5 youngsters. And, teacher, where are the kiddies from today?
Well, our Tanner limousine called at Nora Sterry School in West Los Angeles for our children, Art. And there are 5 children between the ages of 6 and 8.
And, Miss Barnett, you brought them here, and they had lunch. They had a tour of the studios. And I had a few reports on what you talked about at lunch, and I may ask you some questions about them, huh? Hello. What's your name?
My name's Lila Jean Parsons.
Well, Lila, you're about 8, aren't you?
Yes.
A very pretty little girl with blue eyes and curly hair and a pretty bow and a stub nose. I bet you like to grow up to be a movie star, huh?
No, that's out of the question.
That's out of the question. Well, you... maybe it's a good idea. It should be out of the question. Why wouldn't you want to be a movie star? So many little girls tell me they want to be.
Well, there's one reason why I don't like, and there's other reasons why I don't like it. One reason is why I don't like it is because there's too many autographs. I have to sign too many autographs.
Yeah, they're always pestering you for autographs. That's terrible.
And it's not a simple life.
There's a lot to be said for that, believe me. For a little girl of 8, you show a lot more sense than some of the girls I see around Hollywood, Lila. It is not a simple life. You would like to have a simple life, huh?
Yes.
Well, what is your idea of a simple life? What would you do to have a simple life?
Well, sometimes I think about being a housewife, or I could be a hostess on an airplane.
That's a simple life. I don't know. You're going to have a tough time finding a simple life even as a housewife, Lila. You know there are lots of complications as a housewife.
Yes, you have to do a lot of work around the house.
You're darn right you do, Lila. Now, our next young fellow is Mr.
Carl Lee Adams.
Well, Mr. Adams, you're a fine-looking boy, too, with a sport coat and an unusual beanie. You notice this little beanie he has in his hands here? Where does that come from, Lee?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. What's the history of it? Where did it come? How did it get here?
My daddy brought it from Switzerland. My grandfather used it for singing when he sings.
He sang through his hat?
No.
What did he
put it on his head and sang.
Oh, and do you know what that little word that's crocheted on the front means?
No.
S-A-C-H-S-E-L-N. Does anybody know? That's what's that? The name of a town. Oh, are you his mother? Oh, it's Saxon. That's the name of a town in Switzerland. You know how they sing in Switzerland, don't they, Lee? They yodel, don't they?
Yes.
Anybody here know what yodeling is? Put up your hand. Yodeling? Armin, you know what yodeling is?
No.
That's information, anyway. Anybody know what yodeling is? Huh? Do you know Lila Parsons?
Yes, I think it's like cowboys do on the radio.
Sort of, yes. Swiss cowboys. Ali?
It's like a rooster.
Like a rooster. Well, it does sound a little like that. What are you going to be when you grow up, Lee?
I'm going to be a midget racer driver.
A midget driver. Well, you're kind of tiny right now. And your name, little girl?
Billie Jean Minyard.
Minyard. Uh-huh. What kind of a name is that? Do you know Billie Jean? Where were you born?
California.
Oh, yes. That explains everything. You're 7 years of age, Billie Jean.
Yes, 7.5.
Any brothers and sisters?
A sister 2 years old.
I bet you're pretty good friends, aren't you?
No, we fight.
How can you fight a girl who's only 2 years old, Billie Jean?
She's strong.
Wait till she grows up. Billie Jean, do you have any hobbies? Do you collect anything?
No.
Do you practice any kind of music instrument or anything?
Yes.
What?
Violin.
Oh, you play a violin. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A piano player.
Her mother here? You ought to hear about this. Huh? She isn't here. What's your name, young fella?
Armand.
Armand what?
Armand Douglas Sampson.
You're only 6.
Yeah.
Yep. You're the youngest fella here, aren't you?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was born after them.
Armand, aren't you the boy who was was talking about collecting rattlesnakes?
Yeah.
You collect rattlesnakes? How many do you have?
I get them out of a hole at my house, and I always collect them because I like them.
Well, don't the rattlesnakes bite you?
Yes.
Doesn't hurt you?
No.
Oh, there's a boy with an imagination. Oh, there's nothing like having a few good rattlesnakes around the house. But I would advise all the young people listening in not to try it, because Armand's a special boy. Most rattlesnakes hurt people, don't they?
Yeah.
You're extra, though, huh?
Yes.
Yep. What's your name?
Margie Shoemake.
And how old are you, Marjorie?
8.
Mm-hmm. What do you like to do best, Marjorie?
Jump the rope.
Uh-huh. Aren't you the girl who tells stories and writes stories all the time?
Yes.
Well, fine. We'd love to have people with imagination on the show. Could you start a little story for us? Just like
No.
you... Oh, come on. Try one out. You know how all stories start, don't you?
Yes.
How do they start?
Once upon a time.
Great start. Then what happened? Once upon a time, there was what?
Oh, I don't want to tell no story.
Oh, come on. Once upon a time, there was a little boy and a little girl walking down the road, and they looked in the forest, and what'd they see? Quick, Marjorie. All she could do was laugh. She knows the end of the story, probably, and it's funnier than the one I had in mind. Well, kids, it's been fun meeting you and talking to you, as always, on this part of the show. We're going to have a recording made, which will be presented to you so you can hear yourselves talk, and we want you to take back to your school with you a 1947 General Electric radio. If you like the house party, tell your neighbors, kids.
There's been a lot of jokes about the housing shortage, a lot of funny pictures and cartoons, but the guy without a home doesn't think they're very funny. An ex-serviceman living with his wife and kid in a dingy room doesn't laugh at the gags, and, well, you wouldn't either if you were in the same position. Until the government can build adequate homes for these men, it's up to you to do what you can to help find accommodations for them. If there isn't room in your own home, an attic, or any extra space which might be remodeled, then be sure you watch your community and report any available space to the Veterans Housing Center. By doing that, the servicemen and their families get the first chance at a home.
Now, this is Art Linkletter saying goodbye till Thursday afternoon, when once again at the same hour we'll be bringing you the house party. Goodbye.
Come on in. It's the Pillsbury House Party. The Pillsbury House Party, produced and transcribed in Hollywood, presented to you by Pillsbury, makers of those wonderful new Pillsbury cake mixes, and starring Art Linkletter. Well,
it's Pillsbury time again here in Southern California, where the very first breath of fall in the autumn is in the air today. A little chilly, but we have a wonderful warm audience. And among them, we may find today's winner of the weekly contest. This week, as you know, at the Pillsbury House Party, we're looking for the oldest father with a child under a year of age. You never can tell who we're going to find. So, fellas, let's circulate up and down the aisle and find some fathers who have a child under a year of age and who is perhaps 30 or 40 or 50 or 150. What is the oldest that we find out there? 33. 62. That's pretty good. Any older than 62? 90 what? No, that's his seat number back there. This is the man who's 62 coming up now on the stage. Wearing a little goatee. How do you do, sir? Nice to see you. I haven't seen one of those little chin whisker adornments for a long time.
That's on account of an accident that I had last night.
Oh, so you have a couple of scars there, so you wear a little mustache. What is your name, sir?
Owen Jensen.
And where do you come from, Owen?
I was originally come from Utah. I was born in Pleasant Grove, Utah.
And what's your business?
I was a tattoo artist for 32 years. Now I manufacture equipment, and I sell it to chinchilla ranchers and fur farmers all over the country.
Chinchilla ranchers? Well, no wonder you're wearing that little goatee. That's sort of a chinchilla. What are you carrying here?
Here's a write-up we got in.
Oh, in the Los Angeles Examiner. It says that this is your daughter?
No. This is my son.
Well, I mean, so you can't tell in the picture. It's a little boy or a little girl. And that is your wife?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it says here, Dainty Dottie's first. Circus fat lady smiles as her 9-pound, 4.5-ounce son, born in cesarean operation yesterday, voices his objection. Oh, you married a circus fat lady?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be darned. I guess you met her because you were a circus tattooer?
Well, I met her through... She was also a tattoo artist, and she come to me to buy tattoo supplies.
And how much did she weigh?
Well, she weighed about 585 pounds.
When you fell in love with her? Yeah. Well, you certainly got a lot there, didn't you? Think of all the tattoo territory there was. Huh?
I have tattooed her. She's tattooed on her
knees. Acres and acres, and all mine. Well, tell me, has she reduced any?
Oh yes, they reduced her a great deal for this operation.
In other words, most ladies gain weight when they're going to have babies. Yours lost.
She lost.
How many pounds did she lose?
Well, I think she lost about 125 pounds.
Oh, Some people here would vanish completely if they lost that many pounds.
If you want some real identification, here it is.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Turn around and show the folks. He has tattooed inside his lower lip, where it doesn't show ordinarily, his name, your name. In other words, they will always be able to know who you are.
That's right.
And this is your first child?
My first child.
At the age of 62?
62.
And the circus fat lady?
That's right.
Oh, that's a wonderful story. Believe me, that is an amazing human interest story. And I see you brought along the birth certificate of the child. Yes. And that proves that a lady who weighs 300 or 400 pounds doesn't have babies that weigh any more than the average baby.
No.
Well, for being today's winner, we have several prizes for you to take home to Mama. A package of Pillsbury white cake mix to keep her weight down. Oh, you use it all the time?
All the time.
Fine. And here's a set of King's Men in gold flagons, the world's finest toiletries for men, for you. And for the baby, a full year's supply of assorted beech nut baby foods, 8 cases full, especially packed in sparkling Duraglass jars for convenient warming and storing. Compliments of Pillsbury. Thank you very much. Oh, isn't that an interesting interview, Jack?
Certainly is, Art.
You know what? I have an idea. I'm going to have Pillsbury tattooed right on your nose. Oh, that's television. We're getting ready for it. Who's our next guest?
Art, over here we have Mrs. Myers, and you better look out because she says she's a mighty good cook.
I'll bet you are. You look like a good cook. Your first name is?
Honor Myers.
Honor. That's a nice name for a lady, isn't it? Where'd that come from?
Oh, my grandmother.
And you're from where?
Santa Monica.
And originally?
Chicago.
And you're a grandmother yourself?
Right.
How many children did you have?
3.
And how many grandchildren?
2.
How long you been cooking, Honor?
About 30 years.
And can you bake a cake?
Yes, I've baked, but I've had a lot of failures.
Along with the good ones.
That's right.
Who taught you to bake a cake?
Oh, I learned myself, I guess.
You know, your mother didn't teach you as a
No.
little girl? Uh-huh. Didn't they used to stick a straw in cakes?
That's right.
They don't need to do that anymore, do
No.
you? Uh-huh. You say you've had failures, but have you ever tried Pillsbury?
I tried it for the first time last Thursday.
And what happened?
I was amazed to find what a good cake I could make.
Without going to all the trouble
That's
that you
true.
had. Well, of course, if you've been cooking for how many years?
30.
30 years. That's quite a switch for a lady. 30 years one way, and then you switch to a new way. And I hope that our listening ladies will take your advice, and I'm delighted to know that this is a true story from you, Honor. You live with your husband, or?
I'm a widow.
You're a widow now, so you don't make too many cakes.
Oh, yes, I do.
You do? For the neighbor kids?
No, for my daughters.
Good, good. I think it's important that no matter how long you've been cooking, you have an open mind about trying something new. And if you ladies have never tried Pillsbury chocolate fudge cake mix, I wish you would. All you have to do, and you check me on this, Honor, you just add milk. Isn't that right?
That's right.
You can't miss. Your results are perfect every time. And, of course, the same is true of Pillsbury white cake mix. Now, we want you to have a package of each, Mrs. Myers, and for being our guest today, a beautiful twin waffle iron to take home. Compliments of Pillsbury. Goodbye.
And now Art Linkletter talks to our 5, 9 to 11-year-old school children who were brought here in a Tanner limousine from the Virginia Road School.
The what school is that, Virginia?
Virginia Road.
Oh, that's a public school, isn't it, Gary?
Yes.
My, you're a handsome-looking fellow. Stand up here and let me see how tall you are. You're how old, Gary?
I'm 11 years old.
What's your whole name?
Gary Judas.
Now, you have one of these trick haircuts where you comb it back at a pompadour and then suddenly switch it over in a sort of a ducktail. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. What are you aiming to be when you grow up, Gary?
I'd like to be an actor on television, an impersonator.
Oh, uh-huh. Well, that's quite good for a boy of your size because by the time you're my age, we'll really have television, you think?
Yes.
Well, who can you impersonate anybody?
Yes, I can impersonate Peter Lorre.
Well, let me hear a little of Peter Lorre.
I am going to kill you. I will take off your head and throw it in your face.
Well, I think that's a good start. Do you... It's a nice, pleasant outlook on life. Do you have any other impersonations?
Yes, I can impersonate Humphrey Bogart.
Well, let me hear Humphrey Bogart.
All right, Louie, come out of that bathroom and come clean.
That's Humphrey Bogart as a child. Who else do you have?
Jimmy Stewart I can impersonate.
Well, let me hear a little of Jimmy Stewart.
When I was a boy, my mother said crime wouldn't pay. Yeah, at least as much as it used to. Yeah. I don't know what the word fair means. Say, yeah.
I think that Edward G. Robinson was passing there, right in the middle, said hello to Jimmy. Thank you, Gary. I think you're a fine actor. And Rhoda, what's your whole name?
Rhoda Corba.
Rhoda Corba. And I knew a girl once whose last name was Stump, and they called her Rhoda. That's the absolute Rhoda Stump. But you're Rhoda Corba. And how old are you, Rhoda?
10.
I'll bet you're a lot of help around the house, huh? You are? Don't you ever fix anything or do anything?
Yeah, sometimes.
What do you fix?
Oh, just any old thing.
Any old thing around the house. It looks like it needs fixing, huh? What does your daddy and mother do, Rhoda?
Well, my father's a painter and my mother's a housewife.
Your father's a painter. What sort of things does he do? Portraits?
No, he paints houses.
Oh. Well, Rhoda, what do you like to do best?
Well, I just like to make new friends.
Well, I think that's a wonderful thing to make new friends. If you make lots of friends in your lifetime, you're going to be a very, very rich girl. You know what that means?
No.
Well, that means that friendship is really much more to be desired than money, and you'll be rich in friends. And Rhoda, what do you think you'll be? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I just want to get married.
That's all. Just want to get married. What kind of a man do you have in mind, Rhoda?
Oh, well, see, I'm short, and I want a man that won't call me shirt stuff and peanuts.
I think that's a reasonable request, that your husband not call you short stuff or peanuts. Anybody around here call you short stuff or peanuts?
Gary Judas and Eddie Abraham.
Gary. call her short stuff?
No.
You call her Peanuts?
No.
What do you call her?
A lot of names.
But not those two. Well, you don't marry him then, will you, Rhoda?
No.
All right. He says so, too. Hello, young man. You stand up here. Since we have big boys and girls today, instead of sitting down, I'll talk to you while you're standing up. You're Mr. Who?
Robert Del Campo.
Uh-huh. Robert, I understand you're a businessman.
Yes, I sell papers at Crenshaw in Washington.
That's a very busy corner, and you're there every morning or afternoon or when?
No, I start selling at 4 o'clock and I end at 6:15.
Yeah, well, you know that this is an advertising plug that you're getting on the radio right now?
Yes.
You know what this time is worth coast to coast?
No.
You just talked there for about 20 seconds. That will cost you $890.
That much?
Yeah, how much do you make a week?
$5.
Well, maybe we better take a percentage for the next 10 years. What paper do you sell, Robert?
Premier.
Uh-huh. How does it sell these days?
Not too good.
How many do you sell between 4 and 6:30?
15.
15 papers?
Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Well, how much do you make per paper?
I don't. I make $1 a night guaranteed.
Oh, uh-huh. And do you get any tips?
Yeah, sometimes.
Who tips, the men or the women?
The men.
Oh, how does it happen that the women don't tip?
Because they have the nickel.
And the men have extra change, huh?
Yeah.
Well, the Mirror's a mighty fine paper, and I'll bet you're a mighty fine businessman, Robert. What do you do with the money you make, the $5 a week?
I usually buy stuff.
What do you buy, for instance? You got anything that you can show us that you bought?
Yeah, this coat,
How much the coat cost?
$10.
Well, that's pretty darn good. I bet you shopped for it yourself, too, huh?
No, I went with my mom and my dad.
Oh, they picked it out and you paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Okay, Robert, he's a fine young businessman. I think he deserves a lot of credit. Would you stand up? What is your name, honey?
Janice Wells,
And Janice, how old are you?
10.
What does your daddy do?
Well, he works in the good humor business.
Oh, your dad's a good humor man.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet I know what you like to eat, huh? Ice cream?
Yes.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Sherbet.
Oh. Favorite ice cream is sherbet. Well, what flavor, I mean, huh?
Orange and vanilla.
Oh. What do you think you'll be, Janice? A good humor woman?
No, I don't want to be that.
What do you want to be?
I want to be an actress or a singer.
Oh, an actress? Can you act?
Yes.
Well, we'll give you an audition. What do you want to do? Do a couple of dramatic lines for us.
Oh, how come you leave me when I love you so?
That's enough. How can you leave me, huh? Believe me, I won't leave you, honey. Well, here's another. How'd you like that acting, huh?
Oh, it was okay.
She put a lot of heart in that, didn't she? I think she was looking at you when she said that. What's your name?
My name's Rolf Polishar.
Who?
Rolf Polishar.
Polishar. What kind of a name is that?
I don't know. I got mixed up there somewhere before.
Everybody ought to know where his name. Where'd you come from, anyway?
The hospital.
I mean, your family. That must be a name from Middle Europe somewhere, huh? How about the first name? R-A-U-L-F. That's
My dad took that out of the alphabet.
You mean he just picked letters out of the alphabet at random?
Yeah.
Well, you might have been named Scrooge. He got the wrong ones. What do you like to do best?
Tinker with radio.
You have a radio?
I got a lot of radio.
Maybe you'll turn out to be a radio engineer. Would you like to be that?
Yes.
I'll have you meet our engineer right after we're off the show, and maybe you'll change your mind. Good luck to you, Ralph, and all of the 5 youngsters who are today. We want you to take back to your public school with you a table model radio for the classmates to enjoy, a table model radio from Stromberg Carlson, makers of the finest in television, and for each of you, a sensational new Whittaker-made Pixie camera with color film. Compliments of Pillsbury. Goodbye, kids.
Hey, you know, Art, ever since we got our new sponsor, Pillsbury, I've been in for an awful ribbing.
How's that, Jack? How's that?
Well, every time you talk about how easy it is to make a cake with Pillsbury cake mix, you say, Why, even Jack Slattery can make one.
Well, what about it?
Well, it makes me look as though I were incompetent or something. So right now, I'm going to mix up a Pillsbury white cake, and I'm going to do it blindfolded.
Blindfolded.
Bring
Watch
on
this,
the
ladies and
blindfold.
gentlemen. Bring on the blindfold. Put the apron over him, and Marty, give him the blindfold. Now he's walking back towards the table. Jack Slattery is about to mix a cake blindfolded. Now you got the tabletop in mind, have you, Jack?
I'm ready.
All right, what are you going to do first?
Well, all I do is reach for the Pillsbury white cake mix and pour it into the bowl here.
He's pouring it right in the
And
bowl.
I reach for the milk, and I measure out, I think that's a cup, isn't it? Yeah, I measure
You're
out
pouring it down the front of my coat.
Sorry, old man.
That's
I
good.
measure out a cup of milk. I pour half of the milk into the bowl. I reach for the spoon, stir it up, and I'm on my way to a wonderful white cake. It's
How do you
easy.
like that? He's making a cake blindfolded, ladies, and that proves it that Jack Slattery could even mix up a Pillsbury white cake. But what's more, he can do it blindfolded, and so can you. Of course, you don't have to get a cake that's so tender and so moist. It's the kind of cake that'll have folks talking behind your back, asking how come you can turn out such a marvelous cake, and what your secret is. So don't do it blindfolded. Don't do a Jack Slattery. But try Pillsbury white cake mix in your own kitchen. And while you're at it, try Pillsbury chocolate fudge cake mix, too. They're both wonderful.
And now Art Linkletter welcomes a special guest.
Our guest today is a man who has spent his entire life and works every day trying to save you money by teaching the American public how to avoid racketeers and swindlers. The head of the Better Business Bureau activities in these parts, Mr. Bob Sample. Bob? How are you? Well, let's see, Bob. It's been since last spring since we chatted about what the racketeers are trying to foist on the American housewives. What's the newest thing?
Well, the newest thing is called the golden gimmick.
The golden gimmick. Well,
That's
a gimmick, I know, is any kind of a device, and gold speaks for itself. But what is the golden gimmick?
Well, the golden gimmick is a door opener for a lot of salesmen that want to have some tricks to sell the housewives.
What is the gimmick they use?
Well, in this particular thing, they indicate that they are making a survey, or that the housewife will be able to help make a survey frequently. And it spoils a lot of real surveys. A lot of people are interested in helping any kind of a survey for the good of everybody concerned. And so when you find somebody that uses it as a trick to sell people something sometimes that they don't want, or to probably, shall I say, case the house.
Oh, you mean that a man might come to the door and you're anxious to be in the survey, and he asks you when you're at home and when the maid's at home
That's
and
right.
so forth. He can find out when you're not there.
When you're not there, so that he can move in if he's so inclined.
Well, do they find out that most women want to be part of surveys?
Yes, they do. They're very interested. Survey seems to be a magic word, and therefore it spoils the real legitimate surveys when they have a lot of phonies operating.
So what should our listeners do when a man comes to the door and says, I want to make a survey?
If they can't show credentials of some real survey, some legitimate survey organization, don't answer any questions. And if they don't show you the credentials, don't give them any information.
Thank you very much, Bob. And now let's go down in the audience. I hope those words of wisdom will save a lot of you listeners from losing money that you don't have to. Now, we're going to ask for some volunteers who have questions for Bob Sample about things that they might have run across in their own life. And I see a sergeant standing up in the second row. Where are you from, Sergeant?
I'm from South Dakota. I live in Wilmington now.
And you live in what's your name?
Sergeant John Gleason.
Sergeant John Gleason. What would you like to ask Bob?
I've got a question here. I have received several offers for my oldest daughter, which is 2, to try out for television. I'd like to know what kind of racket that is.
You have a daughter 2 years of age, and people want to get her into television.
Yes.
What about that, Bob?
Well, that's the old counselor racket, where they tell people that they are interested in having their children for television and so forth. Then they get them in to charge them a fee to either have their pictures, the child's picture taken, or to come in and get training and so forth. And usually they have no connections whatever with any legitimate television organization or anything of that kind. Better save your money.
Your chances of his child getting into television would be about 1 in 1,000?
Well, that's a high percentage. I mean, it would probably be more like 1 in 2,500 because they seldom ever get in that fashion.
Sergeant, I hope we've saved you a lot of trouble and some expense.
Thank you very much.
Pick out a number from 1 to 100.
$99.
99. Well, that may win you something. Let's see. Here's another volunteer, a lady who's come up here. Her name is Mrs.
J. Durr,
From where?
Los Angeles.
What would you like to ask Mr. Sample?
Would you recommend a Lonely Hearts Club for a way to meet new men friends?
A Lonely Hearts Club. Now, that is something that you read about in papers and you hear about all over the United States. Would you recommend that as a way for a lonely woman to meet a lonely man?
I certainly would not recommend it, because there have been times when people have been swindled out of money as a result of that type of organization.
In other words, while you can't prove it always on the...
You can't always prove it, but nevertheless, they sometimes use that as a means to get the confidence of the person interested and then fleece them of any money that they may have.
It's not against the law for a Lonely Hearts Club to operate.
Well, it all depends. You have to prove a lot before you can prove that it is a violation of the law, but it just isn't a good idea to meet people in that fashion.
In other words, you folks in the Better Business Bureau would like to uproot them, but it's pretty hard to get rid of them.
Well, that's right. That's right.
Is that good enough advice for you?
Very fine, thank you.
You pick a number from 1 to 100.
55.
Thank you very much. Let's get a man over here on the left side. His name is Mr.?
John Durker.
Where are you from, John?
Monterey.
What do you do?
I'm a naval officer.
A naval officer in civilian suit today. What would you like to ask Mr. Sample?
Well, I've received numerous material through the mail, insurance material, and it's been from out-of-state companies. Is this legitimate business?
They want to get your life insurance?
Yes, sir.
By mail?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what about that, Bob?
The only thing I can do there is caution you to deal with an insurance company that is licensed to do business in the state where you live, because frequently if you do buy mail order insurance, you may have to travel many, many miles to another state to collect any claim you may have, because if they are not licensed to do business in this state, they don't need to answer any suits that there may come as a result of your situation. So in order to do it, you have to go back to the state where they are located.
Causing you a lot of expense and inconvenience.
Probably more expense than you'll collect.
How's that, Lieutenant?
Fine.
Is it Lieutenant?
Lieutenant Commander.
All right, sir. And you pick a number from 1 to 100.
23.
23. We have time for one more quickie. Let's go over to the other side, the man in the green pants. Your name is?
Andrew Fair.
Where are you from, Andy?
Washington, D.C.
And what do you do?
Well, I'm going to be a student.
You're going to be a student.
Yeah.
Well, what's your question?
Well, I was wondering whether the regulations in connection with rental fees to be paid to a real estate company in...
Renting a house?
Yes, with their
In other words, you're a new arrival out here.
That's right.
Are there rules, Bob?
Well, there are not definitely any rules. Usually these outfits charge a fee, and they will put it on the basis of perhaps $10 now and $25 additional if they find you something. Now, the $10 is not refundable. So if they don't find you anything, you're out $10. They do just enough to make it possible to collect that make it legal to collect that $10, and then you may still be out of the house and out the 10 too.
In other words, you shouldn't pay till you get something.
That's a good idea.
That's good advice. You pick a number from 1 to 100.
13.
What's the lucky number today, Jackson?
All right, our number is 4, and Andrew Fair was closest with 13.
Stay right up here, Andy. You've won for yourself a new house. Oh, no, wait a minute. Your prize is very lovely. It's an Evans Showcase, an ensemble of table lighters, one for every room in the house, 2 of the new sensational Evans automatic pocket lighters, all in a beautiful velvet-lined walnut case. Compliments of Pillsbury. And thank you, Bob Sample, for being our guest of honor today.
And now, listen to this.
You know, one good way for you gals to make a hit at home is to dress up the dining room table with warm, fragrant, homemade rolls fresh out of the oven. Now, I know it used to take a lot of work and experience to bake good rolls, but no longer. Where's that little blue and white package, fellas? Hold it up, will you, please? It says Pillsbury Hot Roll Mix on it. You'll find this on your grocer's shelves, and believe me, the finest homemade rolls you've ever tasted are in there. All the dry ingredients are in a package of Pillsbury Hot Roll Mix, and even a special protective packet of lively, high-vitality yeast to give you perfect results every time. To make the dough, you just add water to the yeast, stir in the mix, and it's that simple. The rolls, well, I've never eaten rolls more delicious. So take my advice, gals. Get yourself a package of Pillsbury Hot Roll Mix today. Well, looks like our time has gone by here. I had some other things in mind, but we'll be back on the air tomorrow giving a deserving singer his first break in radio. Until then, this is Art Linkletter saying goodbye from Pillsbury.
Transcribed from Hollywood, this is the John Goodell production. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.